With this upcoming full moon on February the 27th, it also brings a profound energy shift of increased inner and outer expansion, where it allows you to really realign yourself with your true authentic self and also with your path ahead. Now, with this profound energy shift that's going to happen on the next full moon, there are key things that I would like to share with you. So in today's video, I want to share with you the 5 key things that you need to know about this upcoming full moon, so you can really make the most out of this profound energy shift, so you can really step into your authentic self and realign yourself with your path ahead. So stay tuned. Hello there, beautiful soul. In case you're new to my channel, in case you don't know me yet, my name is Kay Sanders. I'm a transformational coach, Akashic record guide, and divine messenger, here to help awakening souls to really step into their power, awaken to their power within, and so they can create more success, abundance, and freedom in their life, all while making a bigger impact in the world. Now, if you're new to my channel, and if you're also on your spiritual awakening journey, and you would like that support and guidance, then I want to invite you, please be sure to subscribe to my channel, as I do share a lot of great content around spiritual awakening, angel messages, divine messages, light language healings, and those type of things to really assist you on your spiritual awakening journey. But now, in today's video, I really want to take some time to talk about the 5 key things about this upcoming full moon, so you can really make the most out of it. Because the key theme for this full moon is all about opening of the heart, really heart expansions, giving you the opportunity to really step into your power, step into your authentic self, because this is really what is needed in order to move forward. Because let's face it, if you know you have a bigger purpose in your life, and even if you're not quite sure what you are meant to do, but you know that more is possible for you, that you would like to be more, do more, and also make a bigger impact in the world. So no matter where you're at on your path right now, but right now with this full moon, it really brings that opportunity to follow your path, to realign yourself with that path, but it requires you to open up your heart, to step into your power. Because anything that you're trying to do that is more than what you're doing right now, that is more expansive, well, it requires you to be courageous. It requires you to be, I wouldn't say necessarily fearless, but to really trust yourself that you can do it, that you are capable of doing whatever it is that you want to be doing. And that nothing is going to happen, that you can really do this, that this is what you're meant to do. So stepping into your path, stepping into your life purpose, and doing what you know you are meant to do. And like I said, even if you're not quite sure what that even is yet, but it will come. You will discover it as you continue on your path, but it requires that inner strength. It requires that self-trust, that self-love as well, to really step into your power so you can really follow your path. And this is really what this full moon brings, is that opening of the heart, so you can really step into your authentic self, so you can follow your path empowered, courageous, and knowing that you are right where you're meant to be. So let me share with you the 5 key things that are very, very important for you to know, so you can make the most out of this full moon energy. So the first thing is that there is now an inner desire for authenticity, because this is really important. You want to be your authentic self. So now this increased desire to really speak your truth, to be who you are without holding back, without hiding behind all these masks. Because let's face it, we often hide behind masks. Especially, I've seen this a lot in the spiritual community, those who are really on their spiritual path and they're discovering they're having gifts, empath, light workers, psychics, healers. We all have these gifts that may appear not normal for other people. So we may start hiding. We may start hiding who we truly are. We may start hiding behind certain masks so we can fit in. But now, moving forward, the most important thing that you want to understand is that it requires you to be your authentic self. In order to step into your power, you've got to be your authentic self. Otherwise, who would you be if you're not your authentic self? So now with this full moon energy, it really stirs, it activates that inner stirring to be authentic, to speak your truth, to speak from the heart, to really be your authentic self in everything that you do, not just in one area of your life, but in all areas of your life. And also looking at it, where are you maybe lying to yourself? Where are you maybe holding back? So it's really all about that inner authenticity that's now being activated, because if you want to step into your power, being authentic, being authentically you is very, very important, or otherwise you wouldn't be in your power. You would be someone else, and that's not what we want. So right now, it really allows you to really step into your inner authenticity, but not just for one day, but moving forward. You're being activated. This full moon is really activating that inner desire for you to be your authentic self all the time, not just sometimes or here and there, but all the time. Not holding back, not hiding behind certain masks, not hiding a part of who you are, but really embracing all of who you are and being your authentic self. So that's the first thing that is very important to know about this full moon. Now, the second thing that I want you to know is that you may now start feeling that inner desire for community, where you, up until this point, maybe felt quite alone, maybe even isolated yourself a little bit because, well, no one really seems to understand what you're going through. So now it's really that inner desire for community is being increased because, I mean, if you're looking around, there has been so much division all over the country, all over the world. But now it's really that desire for community, for coming together, because up until this point, like I said, there has been so much division, but now this new way of being, this more evolved way of being, especially now in this new energy with the Aquarian age, it asks us to come together as one, because we are already one. We all are one of the greater something, of source, of divine, whatever you want to call it, right? We all are one. But we now need to come together as one as well. So like I said, you maybe start feeling like you're looking for like-minded people, people that get you, and you want to follow that, because coming together as one, creating that community, maybe collaborating, supporting each other is very important moving forward, especially as you are on your path of maybe spiritual awakening, or creating a business, or just whatever it is that you're doing in life. It is always better to do it together with other like-minded individuals who can then support you, who can then also guide you, who can share their insights with you. It's also about the emotional support as well. So now it's really the new energy is really calling for community, for coming together, because if you're struggling in certain areas, if you're feeling a little lonely on your path or whatnot, then just think of all these other people that feel just like you. And the third thing that I would like for you to know is that now you may have that feeling, that calling for inner balance, because balance is needed. If you're off balance, your entire life is just, it can turn into chaos. So now you may, with this full moon, you may have that inner stirring to have more balance in your life, where maybe before you worked a lot and didn't really have much fun time or relaxation time or you time. Now this new energy is really asking you to find that balance, inner balance and outer balance. Now here, what you may want to do is become aware of all areas of your life where you're not in balance. Where are you off balance? Where are you not authentically you? Where are you not in alignment with your heart's desire? Because it's all about what you desire from within, what you desire to create in your life, what you desire to experience. Now, with this energy, it's really all about being in balance with that as well. Now, if you want to have more freedom, but you're working non-stop, you're really this workaholic, then, well, you're not experiencing freedom. You're experiencing a lot of hard work and pushing and grinding, and this is not balance. So here you want to find balance. And the same thing if you want to experience financial abundance, but then you are wasting a lot of money on buying all kind of different things. Yeah, you may need certain things, but maybe there are also some things that you're just buying just because maybe you want to fill that void that you're feeling within, or maybe you just like spending money, right? So you want to find balance there too, but then also look within. Where do you have doubts and fears and limiting beliefs around, let's say, creating money? It's all about that inner balance and outer balance. So if you look in your life, where are you out of balance as it relates to your heart's desire? And this is about the things that you do and don't do, and then also internally, how do you feel about certain things? Because if you want to create abundance, but you're always in worry about money and those type of things, then you're also, the scale is off, you're not in balance. So here then you can do something about that imbalance within to create the reality that you want. So look in your life, because like I said, right now this is all about calling for that inner balance. So how can you create more balance in your life? Ask yourself that. How can you create more balance in your life, in all areas of your life, and especially the ones that are most important for you? And hey, by the way, I just want to invite you, if you've gotten some value out of this video already, if you like what I've shared so far, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. Like this video, I would greatly appreciate it. And also maybe share it with someone that you can think that would benefit from hearing this. And the fourth point is that heart's calling intensifies. Now, what do I mean with that? Whatever your heart is calling for, experiences, things you want to do, things you want to have or become, or just anything that your heart is calling you to move towards, is becoming louder. So you may then also realize that what you have been doing up until this point maybe doesn't fulfill you anymore, or not the same way as it used to. Maybe you're starting to search for different ways to fill that longing that you're feeling within. That, by the way, that longing that you're feeling right now, or that you may be feeling, that is your heart telling you that whatever you're doing right now is not in alignment, is not what you are meant to do moving forward, or at least not in the same way. It may be this kind of the same path, just more evolved. So here you may want to listen. Listen, what is your heart telling you to do? If you go about your day and you're realizing that your work doesn't fulfill you no more, and you just, you're always just at home and you're just bored out of your mind, those type of things, that's soul telling you that something is misaligned. And we just talked about finding that balance. It goes with point number 4 here, is that key number 4 is that you want to listen to what your heart is telling you to do, because that then also will allow you to step into your power. Because once you become aware, where are you imbalanced, what is it that your heart is really calling you to do, then you have a choice. And I always say it, with awareness comes the power of choice. If you don't become aware that something is missing, something is misaligned, you can't do nothing about it. But when you become aware that something doesn't feel right, something is off, and you feel that inner longing, then you have awareness. Then you can tune in, like, okay, what is going on here? What am I feeling? What am I missing? What would bring me greater joy in life? What would bring me that excitement that I'm looking for, that fulfillment? And also moving forward about your path. What are you called to do? This could be a spiritual modality, it could be a course, it could be a book, it could be a way of being. What is it? What is your heart calling you to do? Allow yourself to listen. Allow yourself to tune in and listen. And become aware, and then start taking steps. So now with this full moon, that heart's calling is being intensified. So it may be, before it was maybe that tiny little knock on the door, or that little whispering in your ear, and now it may become louder because, soul is trying to get your attention. It may be screaming at you, right? It may be knocking on the door very loud, trying to get your attention. So listen to that. Now with this full moon, you really have that opportunity. With the heart opening, you really have the opportunity to listen. Listen what his heart is asking you to do. What is your heart, your soul asking you to move into? And do it. Which brings me to the 5th key thing that I need you to know about this full moon. As you are awakening within, as your heart is expanding, as you are looking for balance, as you are listening to what your heart is calling you to do, and you're uncovering what it is that you're meant to do. And on top of that calling for community, well, guess what? The 5th key point about this full moon is now that doors are opening. More opportunities will come your way if you're in alignment with your heart's desire, and also opportunities that are in alignment with your desire. That's why it's so important to become aware, where are you imbalanced, and really find that balance, to come back to center, and then also to listen to your soul's calling. What is that you're here to do? Because when you become aware of that, then The next thing is the doors are opening. Whatever you need moving forward as it relates to your path ahead will come to you. And even if it may not appear as such, maybe you're looking for one thing, maybe you're looking for more money, more clients, or anything like that, but you're not getting that in particular, but you still, doors are opening that will support you in getting what you want, in getting into the way of, moving into the way of that you need to be moving into. So this can be subtle things that you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. This just opened up for me, an amazing opportunity. Or it could be just certain things, like think of it like stepping stones, like puzzle pieces that come together that will then make the bigger picture. But doors are opening for you. If you're in alignment with your path, if you are on this path and you keep moving forward, doors will be opening for you, where you can and be that spiritual leader in your own life, where you can then make that impact first in your own life, and then it will ripple out to make an impact in everyone else's life that is surrounding you. And if you are in business, then even with your clients as well. But doors are opening, support is forthcoming that will support you on your path ahead. And even if it's just insights, let's say you go online and you look for, you're on Amazon for example, and all of a sudden you're seeing this book that really speaks to you. Well, then this may be that opportunity for you to learn what you need to learn to take that next step moving forward. So it doesn't always have to be these big things, but even just small things that just show up in your life that maybe you're not even aware that, hey, this just happened. But the support that you need moving forward is coming forth. It's to support you in moving forward, especially if it's in alignment with your path ahead, with what you're here to do. And like I said, even if you're not quite sure what that is, it will unfold. That too could be opportunities where doors are opening, where you're coming across something that is really, really in alignment with you, that then will lead to you uncovering your life purpose, your life path. Now, I do want to invite you also to check out the video on, it's a light code activation, light language activations to help you embrace your path ahead. So the link will be in the description below, or you can click on the card right here to check out that video. But now I feel guided to also share some action steps with you so you can really make the most out of it. Because now you know, you heard about the 5 key things to know about, but now you want to also take action. Because one thing that we often do is we hear certain things like, oh my God, this sounds amazing, but then we don't take action on it. So I want to invite you, take action. What you can do is now with this full moon, and even leading up to the full moon, I mean right now is the perfect time to really do this exercise that I'm about to share with you, is that to really tune in, connect with heart and soul, and ask, what does your heart desire? What is your heart calling you to step into? And really just tune in and listen. Listen to what is within you already. You already know what you're here to do. It's just oftentimes we don't always listen. So tune in, maybe light a candle, play some meditation music, some soft music, and really get into the state of being centered, of being present, and then just tune in and then ask, what is it that you desire? What is it that's really your heart is calling you to move into? What do you desire to experience? And write it down in great detail and set clear intentions of what that is, and then set the also the intention to take that next step. And even if it's just a small step, you don't always have to take those massive leaps or these huge steps that's really scared the bejesus out of you. You don't have to do that. Just making the decision that you're going to take that step. That could be getting a book to learn about certain things, buying a course, maybe having a healing session, or anything like that. Anything that it's a small step, or just writing about what it is that you want to create moving forward, thinking about that next step, making a plan moving forward. It's whatever next best step that you can do, because oftentimes there are many steps that are required to reach a certain goal. So don't think about what you need to do to get to that goal. Think about just that next step. So as you're uncovering what it is that your heart is calling you to do, what is it that you're really desiring to do moving forward, what is that next step? That's all you gotta do. Think about that next best step, and then take it. Don't just think about it or write about it. Take that next step, and the next, and the next. You don't, there's a saying, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right? It's the same thing with whatever it is that you want to create, whatever it is that you want to experience in your life. Just one bite, one step at a time. And then also consider, what is it that you need? What is it that you need to move forward? This can be help, this can be support, this can be healing, this can be some learning, whatever it is. Think about, as you're doing this exercise of writing down what is that your heart is calling you to step into, what is your heart desires, and you realize then what is it that you need to do, then you want to really also think about what is it that could be holding you back. Then also tune in and then consider, what is it that you need to move forward? And then also, what could be holding you back? And this is internally and externally. Like if you're externally, let's say you don't know how to do certain things, or you don't have the knowledge yet. Let's say you want to become a healer, but you don't have any idea of how to do healing. Well, then the support you would need is you would need to take a course on healing, whatever modality you want to do. But then if there's also blocks like limiting beliefs and doubts and fears, that's internally. You also want to become aware of that. What is holding you back internally? Because as you then have uncovered what is it that you want to do, your heart's desire, and you then uncover what is it that you need to move forward, and then really uncovering what could be holding you back both internally and externally, then you have so much awareness that can help you take that next step, whether it's healing or asking someone for support, hiring someone, or reading a book or taking a course, whatever this is. You then have the choice to do something about it and to move forward. Because the energy of this full moon now is the energy of forwards movement, of support. So all you need will show up as long as it is in alignment with your path ahead, with what you're meant to do. Everything that you need will show up, whether it's the financial resources to work with someone or to buy a course or a book or whatnot, or just teachers showing up in your life. What you watching this video is help. Whatever's that you need on your path moving forward will show up. And I want to invite you, if you're in your spiritual awakening journey and you have felt a little lost up until this point, or you maybe have been looking for guidance, please subscribe to my channel. And also hit that bell so you can get notified whenever I release new content, because that's what I focus on, to help awakening souls really on their journey of awakening so they can really step into that power and do what they're here to do. Because we all have a very powerful purpose. We all are here for a reason. But it is up to us to really step into our power, to do what our heart is calling us to do, what we are meant to do. So if this is you, then please subscribe to my channel, and like I said, hit that bell so you can get notified. But then also, now that you have these 5 key things for the full moon, and I've also shared some action steps with you and things for you to consider, I really want to invite you, do the work. Use this time right now to really get clear of what is it that you want to do moving forward, and then take those steps. Think about it, what could be holding you back. It's a really powerful time. This full moon is supporting you in really aligning yourself with this opening of the heart, this inner expansion of the heart. Allow yourself to tune into that energy. But I also want to invite you, check out that video that I mentioned, the light language activation about embracing your path ahead. That will also help you energetically align yourself with the path ahead. So I want to thank you for tuning in, for being here, and also for being on this path that you're on. And I will be looking forward to speaking with you again in the next video. Until then, make an amazingly abundant, successful day. Namaste.